Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me today from Audinate Group is CEO Lee Ellison. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you, Rachel.
So firstly, could you start by giving us an introduction to your company?
Audinate is a company based here in Sydney that was formed 10 years ago with a vision to revolutionize the way that audiovisual systems are connected by bringing the IT revolution to AV systems. So traditionally, audiovisual systems are connected through analog cabling, and those cables need to be routed through a building from a point-to-point basis. What Audinate does with our Dante technology is distributes audio using a standard computer network. So rather than cable something through walls from each and every room, as long as you can get on the data network, you can route signals from anywhere to anywhere. The end result is it's a lower cost of installation and much more flexible for the system integrator who installs these systems. Audinate is a company that recently listed on the Australian Stock Exchange on June 30th of this past year, and today we have a market capitalization of approximately $175 million.
Thanks, Lee. So now to your first half results. What were the highlights?
Audinate continued to deliver with strong performance for the first half of this fiscal year. Revenues were $8.8 million, which was above what the prospectus forecast was. In addition, we invoice our customers in US dollars, so really the relative currency is USD, and we recognize revenues of $6.8 million for the period compared to $4.9 million for the previous comparable period. And our EBITDA was $100K during the period.
And can you give us a little bit more detail about your products? What can you tell us about your hardware?
Audinate delivers our software really in the form of chips, modules, and cards. Today there's been 392 manufacturers who've adopted our technology and designing it into their products, and we have 1,292 products available on the market. So every time one of those products goes to market, we get a repeat revenue when they go to manufacturing. And they would either buy our chips, modules, or cards. And during this past period, we grew our shipments of those particular products 42% to 114,000 units.
And what can you tell me about your software?
We make software that it makes it easy for end users to manage and configure these systems. And we also recently introduced a new software platform called Dante Domain Manager. And Dante Domain Manager is an application platform sold directly to system integrators. And what it does is allows them to better manage, control, and add security levels to the existing Dante systems in place.
And Lee, can you tell us a little bit about your new product development?
We recently had two new products that we launched. One was the Dante Domain Manager, which I just spoke to. The other was Dante Avio, which is a family of adapter products that enable you to get signals on and off of an existing legacy installation. And that's a very strategic milestone for the company because it helps us really address systems that have been installed for some time.
Thanks, Lee. And now for a more general question, what is the average replacement cycle for audiovisual systems?
Yeah, when a system's installed, it may last for 5 years to 10 years, but in reality, companies don't necessarily uplift the entire AV system in one go. You know, it's a continual process, and they'll budget for that each and every year. Give you an example, in a university, they're constantly upgrading the classrooms and improving the AV systems in those particular spaces. Overall, the audiovisual market is a $140 billion a year market, so these things continue to be enhanced each and every year.
And last question, Lee, what is the priority for the next 6 months and for the longer term?
So we'll be focused on launching and rolling out the Dante Domain Manager software and building the reseller channel for that to get that deployed. In addition, the Dante Avio adapter family will be expanding the reseller channel for that through online retailers, as well as distribution channel throughout the globe. In addition to that, though, Audinate wants to be able to deliver the V, or video in AV systems, and we're currently working in our labs on development of a video solution that we'll be demonstrating towards the latter part of this year.
Lee Ellison, thanks for the update.
My pleasure.